I hid embarrassing notes in my house as a joke, because I know my fiance's mom snoops. My fiance Jake's mom, Caroline, has always been nosy as hell. Every time she comes over, I catch her opening cabinets, peeking in drawers, and once I even found her going through my bathroom medicine cabinet. Jake kept making excuses for her, saying she just likes to keep things organized, but I knew better. So I came up with what I thought was a harmless prank. I wrote these ridiculous fake notes and hid them around the house where I knew she'd find them. Stuff like a grocery list that said pregnancy test lube, handcuffs, cat food, and a fake diary entry about how I was secretly terrible at cooking and just ordered takeout and transferred it to my own pots when Jake came home. I even wrote this over-the-top love letter to myself from some made-up ex named Brad, talking about our wild Vegas weekend and how he missed my amazing flexibility. I taped it inside my jewelry box because I knew she always looked in there. The plan seemed perfect. Caroline came over for Sunday dinner like always, and I watched her disappear into the bathroom for way too long. When she came back, her face was all red, and she kept giving me these weird looks. I was trying so hard not to laugh. But then Jake got a text that night after she left. His mom wanted to have a serious family meeting the next day. I figured she was just embarrassed about getting caught snooping and wanted to apologize. Boy, was I wrong. The next evening, Jake's whole family showed up at our house. His dad, his sister Emma, even his grandma who never leaves her house. They all looked super serious, and Caroline had this folder in her hands. She slammed the folder on our coffee table and said she had some very disturbing information about me that Jake needed to know before we got married. My stomach dropped when I realized what was in that folder. She pulled out every single fake note I'd written, plus some real stuff she'd found while snooping. She had my old birth control packets, some random receipts, even a shopping list from 3 months ago. She'd been collecting evidence for who knows how long. Caroline started reading my fake love letter out loud to everyone, talking about how I was clearly cheating on Jake with this Brad person. Jake's grandma gasped and clutched her chest like she was having a heart attack. His sister kept shaking her head and muttering about how she never trusted me. I tried to interrupt and explain it was all fake, but Caroline just kept going. She brought up the pregnancy test from my fake grocery list and started demanding to know if I was trying to trap Jake with a baby. Then she found the fake diary entry about the cooking and went on this whole rant about how I was lying to her son about basic domestic skills. Worst part was, when she pulled out my actual therapy appointment card that she'd found in my purse, she started telling everyone I was mentally unstable and hiding my psychological problems from Jake. That's when I finally lost it. I stood up and yelled that she had no right to go through my personal stuff and that half the things she found were fake notes.